guys, so we're on the road and I just want to take one of our favorites that I've shown you how to do on the barbecue or in oven and show you how to do it in a frying pan so that more people can actually eat this delicious food. And I'm talking about beef ribs. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it into a delicious meal in a couple hours using only a frying pan. So hope you like this video. So because I'm not marinating this over like a few hours like I normally would, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go and take and cut the ribs apart, which is important if you're using a frying pan, and then marinate them so that they're marinated all around all of the outside meat. So here we have 4 separate ribs, super meaty ones. We're just going to take and drizzle them with a bit of oil. Just any type of oil is fine. Olive oil is probably a more healthier choice. As well as a little bit of balsamic vinegar. So the oil and vinegar won't mix, of course, it's completely separated, so you got to make sure that you are going to rub the meat all the way around in it so that the balsamic vinegar will actually get into the meat. Now the purpose for the vinegar is actually as a tenderizer, and it actually, because it's balsamic, it brings out the flavor of the other spices that we're going to be using. And the little bit of oil is going to hold the spice rub that we're going to use in just a minute. Now in my other video I show you how to make the spice rub from scratch. I realize that's not a good solution for everybody on the road. You just want something simple and easy to use. So in this particular case I'm going to use this Smokey ranchero, the grill one. I find it's fantastic. It's got the smoky flavor that you would want, and it's a great meat rub. So we're just going to generously sprinkle that all on our ribs and make sure they're covered. Now I always keep a cleaning cloth available because this is messy stuff, and I'm doing it in a very small area instead of a big counter. And we want to make sure that we cover all sides of the meat. And there we go, all ready to throw into the frying pan. So Eddie's been updating our van again, and we have this nice new little shelving unit that gives us some extra counter space for when I'm doing food prep. So we'll just remove that. We'll get the oven up. So you want to use like a medium heat for the ribs. You don't want it too high or they will burn or dry out. So just a nice medium heat, 1.5 hours to 2 hours depending on how thick the meat is on the ribs. A pan, I'm actually going to just spray the pan, even though we already put some oil on the meat, just so that it won't stick. And of course we want to go face down with the ribs so that the big bulky area of the meat cooks first. Now as we're cooking these ribs, we're actually going to be turning them on all sides. So if they don't all fit in the pan, because I decided to use a small pan today, on the side is fine to get them started. And I just make sure that the spices don't get too wasted and put them all in the pan. Okay, so we have our ribs cooking here, and I'm just gonna give them all like a quarter turn. Don't they look delicious already? So about every 5-7 minutes, you're gonna wanna just turn them to keep them from getting too hard on any one side or too overcooked on any one side. And kind of keeping them covered. As you can see, the lid doesn't fit completely on here, but keeping them mostly covered will actually really help decrease the amount of cooking time that you're going to have to do. So for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to go and enjoy this incredible spot that we found. So we're just enjoying ourselves here in the Kootenays, and found another incredible spot. We're so blessed. We keep finding these almost on a daily basis, completely different, whether it be a lake or a beautiful river like here. But how can you not enjoy areas like this? So we're gonna go and take a couple hours, cook our dinner, and then just enjoy the evening with this beautiful sound of the river. So we hope you enjoy it with us. So here we go, we're about halfway done cooking the ribs already. I'm just gonna add one more thing, or I just added one more thing. I forgot to tell you guys all about it. So this is pineapple mango. You can also use an orange juice. So anything with citrus or pineapple that'll help tenderize the meat or bring out more of the flavors of the meat itself is really useful and helpful. Plus it'll keep the meat from getting too dry or too hard as well. Okay, so the ribs are nice and done, and now we're gonna add one last thing. You can either add barbecue sauce or whatever your favorite sauce is. Today we're gonna add some Korean barbecue sauce. We add this at the end. We've already glazed it using the pineapple juice that I showed you earlier, which provides a little bit of sugar. You can also use sugar and water at that point, but this Korean barbecue sauce will give it that saucy flavor. We're gonna cook it for another 2-3 minutes with the barbecue sauce so that it comes to a boil, and then they're all good to go. Perfect, boiling. You can see that the meat's come through, it's actually shrunk away from the bone so that you know it's nice and tender, and we're gonna have dinner. So enjoy, guys. Hope you really like this. Please let us know if you try this recipe, if you try this method of cooking. Just list it in the comments.